Back with us is Maryland congressional Republican candidate Kim Klacik. Kim, it's so great to have you back on. You know, dozens more were arrested after a weekend of riots. We've got police helicopter footage out of Louisville, Kentucky, a car packed with fireworks set on fire. Associated Press poll shows Americans are fed up. Support for this is plummeting since the spring. It's still going on from coast to coast. Your reaction?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it. I mean, I know a lot of people don't trust polls nowadays, but I have to tell you, when we are out there on the streets, my team asking voters what it is that is really bothering them right now, the issues, they talk about the attack on police force. You know, we have Democrats and independents that are saying, you know, I am actually voting for President Trump. I'm voting for you because I think it's incredible what's going on. You know, you've got President Trump who stands up for the police, and then you've got the Democrats who basically have turned their backs on police. You know, the FOP, I think, rightfully endorsed President Trump this month. And I think Democrats, honestly, when we saw what happened in L.A., those two police officers ambushed, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris didn't even reach out to those officers or their families while President Trump did. And I think people are getting very scared, and I understand why.
You know, two cops again reportedly shot in separate incidents in less than 24 hours in Los Angeles. This is after a string of attacks on cops there. Certainly after the two cops were shot, they are recovering, the two sheriff's deputies in Compton. You know, it's so the attacks on police seem to be escalating. Also, a Black Lives Matter protester arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, an attempted murder. She seriously injured at least two people, drove a car through a demonstration involving counter-protesters. So it feels like the violence is, I don't know if it's escalating, but it's sort of like we're seeing cops being shot at, cars being, plowing through protests, and also arson. So this is why it needs to be shut down. That's what critics keep saying. Do you agree?
Absolutely. You know, when President Trump sent the National Guard into Kenosha, that's when everything stopped. You know, these people are, I don't know if they're brainwashed or they're being provoked by what they see on television. But, these people are very dangerous people. And I have to remind people, police officers, they protect individuals they've never met before in the most dangerous situations. The fact that we would allow this to happen to these individuals that are actually heroes every single day is beyond me. And I think, honestly, Liz, this is what we're going to see go down on November 3rd. I think this is why President Trump is going to win heavily because of this issue today.
You know, we also have the family in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Their garage was set on fire. Their vehicle set on fire. They had two toddlers, a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old infant. Why was that set on fire? They had a Trump sign in front of their house. So now suburban houses, we see that threat happening too. Arson by rioters. They put BLM and Joe Biden 2020 spray painted on their home there. So that's a fear right now. The FBI and officials warning individual homes and houses getting attacked too. Kim.
Yeah, absolutely. It's disturbing. I mean, could you imagine what they were going through as they were trying to get their toddlers, and I read even trying to get their family pets out of that situation just for having a Trump sign. This is the backlash that we talk about when people say they don't want to even say that they're voting for President Trump, let alone have a sign. We see this every single day. Like I said, when my team is out on the streets, people don't want the backlash. And now we're seeing firsthand how bad it can be. This is a dangerous time in our country. I think President Trump is doing a great job. I know he's added funding to law enforcement while we see Democrats are pulling funding and actually okay with defunding the police. These riots and the looting has been going on for so long, but I have to, let people understand that, it took 3 months for Biden, Kamala Harris, and Democrats to even acknowledge that it was happening. So I think, again, people are afraid, and rightfully so.
All right, Republican Maryland congressional candidate Kim Klacik, thank you so much for joining us. Come back soon, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.